Are you tired of your people-pleasing and caring too much about what others think about you? Because this can keep you stuck overthinking everything. Other people's opinions can affect you way too much and even be a form of idolatry in your life. So here are some of the signs of people-pleasing and some practical tips to help you. And this is something I've dealt with in my life, and it's shown up in different ways, but learning some scripture and mindset tips has helped me get free, so I'm more confident and secure in who God's made me to be. I'm Ashley, and I'm a Christian life coach, and I've heard it said that people pleasers are liars, and I think there's a lot of truth to that. See if you can relate to any of these signs of people pleasing in yourself. Do you need the approval of others? Do you worry about what others think of you and need their validation to feel okay about yourself? Do you avoid conflict just to keep the peace, even when something really needs to be said? Do you try to keep difficult people happy, so you tolerate way too much from them? Is it hard for you to say no, and then you resent agreeing to something you don't want to do? Do you agree with people even when you actually have a different opinion, but you're afraid of rejection? Do you second guess your opinions or decisions? Do you feel responsible for other people's feelings? Do you apologize even though something wasn't your fault? These are all signs of people-pleasing or wanting the approval of others. In Galatians 1 verse 10, it says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of man or of God? If I were still trying to win the approval of man, I would not be a servant of Christ." When I was in college, I had to choose a favorite verse to share with the group I was in. And I chose this verse because I knew that wanting the approval of others was a problem for me. I'd worry about how I looked to others, and I would waste time and energy overthinking things that I said or did. Or I would avoid conflict or disagreeing because I didn't know how to do it in love, without a lot of drama and fear. It would create confusion and rob me of my peace. So I really didn't know how to make this verse real in my life and apply it. And fear of man creates confusion and anxiety in us. And it takes our focus off of God and pleasing Him. So let's look at 4 ways to resist this. And the last one is powerful, so stay till the end. So number 1, live from a place of being loved by God and secure in Him, because you already have His approval. Don't live from a place of neediness. If you're a Christian, know that you have God's approval and He loves you and approves of you. You are chosen, holy, set apart, and dearly loved. You need to know your worth and the incredible value God has placed in you, and He's given you strengths and He has purpose for your life. So you're valuable and you have strengths others need. Pastor Craig Groeschel said it this way: "Obsessing about what other people think about you is the quickest way to forget what God thinks about you." This leads me to number 2. Decide to give people the freedom to think whatever they want about you, and you don't have to try to change their minds or convince them of anything. We waste so much energy and time trying to convince others that we matter or that our opinion matters. Let the opinion of others go. Let it go. Release it to God. People are fickle, and their opinions are based on their own experiences that you can't control, or they're based on the culture that is messed up by sin. Number 3, speak the truth in love. We were created for relationship, and we're commanded to love others, but we're not always going to agree with others, and we will have conflict at times. Jesus spoke truth, and He was loving. We're commanded to speak the truth in love, not to just go along and be agreeable to get along. That doesn't mean you need to share your opinion all the time and offend people. That can be selfish too, and there are definitely times to hold your tongue. Proverbs talks a lot about that. But sometimes telling someone the hard truth is the loving thing. When I was dating my husband, there were some things that were bothering me, and I was just letting them build up, and I was not communicating them because I didn't know how to do conflict in a healthy way with him. And unfortunately, he had to kind of drag it out of me, and he wanted to know what we needed to work on. And that was revolutionary for me, to actually talk about hard stuff and work on it. And it's one of the reasons I married him. So it may be uncomfortable, and people may not like you all the time, but we're called to speak the truth in love. Number 4, because God is who you live for, grow in knowing God and how wonderful and truly awesome He is. Psalm 145 says, "Great is the Lord and greatly to be praised. His greatness no one can understand. Celebrate his abundant goodness. He is slow to anger and great in loving kindness. He is trustworthy in all his promises and faithful in all he does. Every day I will praise you and extol your name forever." And that psalm goes on about how great God is. And then it says he upholds all who fall and he raises up all who are bowed down. He is near to all who call on him. He hears their cry and saves them. This great God, the one who created everything and is in control of everything, loves you and he's near to you and hears you. And Romans 11:33 says, "Oh, the depth of the riches of both the wisdom and knowledge of God." We can't fully know or understand him and his ways, but we need him and he deserves our reverence and worship. We need to have a very lofty view of him. He is holy and all-knowing and all-wise. He's powerful over all. He's unchanging and loving and compassionate and merciful and faithful. He is the audience of one that we live for. And if you struggle hard with people-pleasing, start by genuinely confessing it to God and surrender this burden to him and ask him to help you change, and he will help you. Memorize verses about him that will remind you of who you're living for. So to wrap it up, number 1, be secure in his love and approval of you. Number 2, give people the freedom to think whatever they want about you, and you don't have to try to change minds or convince them of anything. Number 3, speak the truth in love. And number 4, pursue knowing God and focus on him and have a high view of him. You're secure in him. Again, I'm Ashley and I'm a Christian life coach, and I help women who are struggling so they can get free from emotional burdens and be joyful and live in peace. If you'd like to work with me, click the link below and we can set up a time to talk. Take care.